Hi everyone. Okay, let's have a look at this week's weekly challenge, the grocery store. I've already tried to record this video a couple of times and there have been errors with the sound, or I've got a phone call or something and it's just completely messed it up, which is really frustrating. So let's just see if we have somewhat better time of it, this time. Yeah, you can have that actually to reduce threats. Yeah, have that. Okay, so I'm taking Sasha as the leader because, of course, she's the star hero for this week. She's a pretty enjoyable character anyway. I think Beta is probably a better warrior character, but she's got a pretty cute leadership traits. So yeah, kind of happy to sort of see her. I don't wind up using her very often. There's just so many great heroes out there that she doesn't tend to get a look in. But anyway, so we are getting to the car, which looks more like a pickup truck. We have a threat counter, so keep that in mind, because noisy weapons obviously will build that up. He says, using Carol. Yeah. So we can see where the walkers spawn from. That one at the bottom, and I suppose the one closest to you on the right side of the screen at the bottom as well. They will be able to get to you before the car is opened. So beware. I suggest you sort of all kind of team up there at the truck. Don't get separated. You want to escape as soon as you have the chance. After all, that is the whole point of the mission. But it's not a tough one. It looked like we had an armored walker. So you're gonna have to have something to deal with that. Smattering of normal walkers. If you have weapons that can reduce the threat, you can kind of make things a little easier on yourself by using them. Weapons that will reduce mobility, that cripple the enemy, could be pretty handy. Now, does Michonne's skill... Yeah, it only affects other close combat characters. I still think this is what I want to use. Let's use that, though. Get to the exit, special enemies, big scary things. I think... Let's switch it up a little bit. Yes, yeah, let's have 2 shooters. See how that goes. Okay, so this one. Yeah, so... What we're doing, we're starting off... It looks like there's nothing that's too close to us. Big scary walker, there he is. There's the tank. Let's get some more kills with Michonne. So she doesn't always reduce threat when she gets a kill. Something that can happen. So there's no tricks to this. This is just a quintessential get to the other side of the map mission. Nothing surprising there. There's a threat counter, so I guess you've got to be a little bit cautious with any noise that you make. But there's no great shakes in that mission. Nothing too surprising. So hopefully that won't take you by surprise. If you do struggle with any mission, obviously, just let us know in the comments. And I will try and help. The entire community always just dives in and is always happy to give some help. Clear out sail, kill all walkers. Okay, looks like we've got some tanks that we're going to have to deal with. Oh yeah, this one, yeah. You kind of want to be careful with where you position your people. You want to have good visibility of the map. Try and sort of block off a corner like I'm doing here, so that they can't take you by surprise. Otherwise, they're going to take you by surprise. those corners are darkened. They can just... There's quite a lot of walkers on this as well. If we spread out a little bit... Okay, we've got as many angles as we can reasonably covered. Watch out for the pathfinding. You see, when I was just about to get that target, you could see that it wanted to run Yumiko right into the hornet's nest. Something to watch out for. I suggest doing this. Arm yourself with ranged weapons, wait for them to appear, and then pick them off one at a time. Mission ends when all the walkers are dead. There's no threat counter, so don't put yourself at risk by going hunting for them. Wait for them to come to you unless you absolutely have to go after them. Not a tricky one. Again, there's a tank that you have to deal with. He starts at a distance though, so I mean, he shouldn't be presenting too much of a problem for you. As ever, if he does, then let us know. But hopefully you've got something like the chainsaw or the obsidian ripper for your warrior characters if you are choosing to have Michonne lead them to get those extra stars. Pretty powerful weapons. Between aisles, find the loot and get the heck out. So this is one where I would normally be using Glenn. I think I'm going to keep the team that I have. I like being able to keep at arm's length, basically. So this is a little bit of a tricky start. We don't know if anything's in range ready to get us. No, doesn't look like it. Still, I don't want to get too cocky. Right, if I go there, there's two walkers that could get me, potentially. So, let's do something about that. Yeah, Michonne obviously can take care of that with her Overwatch. Are we still in range? We kind of are. And this is another one. It's just the same as the last map, really. You can easily lose visibility, and that's where the risk comes from, which I quite like. It's kind of like the risk of the walkers in the show. You know, they're not much to them, but they can surprise you en masse. They can sneak up on you. You know, I think, yeah, we got rid of them. So I was very happy to have some threat reducing weapons. If you've got those, obviously Michonne's leadership trait is threat reduction as well. But if you can do that to take pressure off of yourself, that's a very nice thing to be able to do on this mission. Okay, 2 more missions to explore. Let's see what they are. There's nothing... I can't really think of any mega scary kind of aspects of these missions. It seems like a fairly straightforward kind of set, but you know, I don't want to sort of underplay the potential risks. You never know, somebody might struggle with these missions, and I wouldn't want them to, you know, feel silly asking for help. What should we do here? Let's get what's ahead of us. Get as many kills as possible with Rick, so that his leadership trait, obviously, the more misclick. More kills he gets, the more powerful he is, essentially. So, let's get some kills. I want to know what is nearby. Now, as soon as we start opening that door, you can bet the walker's going to appear en masse. I believe they appear from just where Yumiko was. Yes, as well as other places. So to be ready for them, you might want to make sure that all of your characters have charge points available. Otherwise, just make sure that you are well positioned. Because where are they coming from? They come from the center bottom of the map and from that door at the top as well. I assume that's the employees' restroom or something. So they're not... It's not like they spawn right on top of you or anything, but you could get overwhelmed. To me, I don't think there's too many that you can't deal with them the way that I did with, you know, a couple of shooters, basically. You know, or maybe you want to bring the Starbound rifle, get maximum kills. I don't know. But definitely, I think 2 ranged characters is the way to go with this while you're fighting that rearguard action. The good thing is that the walkers aren't immediately aware of your presence. They, you know, they might hear gunshots and stuff like that, but they seem to just spawn and then just sort of wander wherever they fancy, for the most part. Armored Force, kill the boss walker, and get to the exit. Okay, what do we got to do here? So there's no spikies. There's no metalheads in these missions. That's kind of nice because they're pretty horrible things to have to deal with. No speedies. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk, but there's notable absence of some particularly nasty walker types. So we come out. Hopefully there's nothing still hiding up there. That's something to look out for by that car. Top right of the map. There's a handful of walkers there. Might vary depending on what spawns in. But yeah, I mean, these missions, they're quintessential classic missions. There's nothing that feels unfair, like fish in a barrel or anything. There's nothing that's hugely intricate and multi-staged. Like there's one in the Sanctuary where people have to meet up and then walkers start spawning and stuff. These are all pretty classic, straightforward missions, which hopefully you should be able to deal with. If not, though, please do get in touch in the comments. If you've got any particular tips, anything that you found really, really works that might help struggling players, also, please let us know. And as ever, thank you for watching.